Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Well, it's that time of the week again where we're going to preview some of the reels that have come in for service. Talk a little bit about the ones that are in my shop for service and repair. A little bit about the ones that may make it to video. And, well, if you see one here that I don't plan to do as a video, please leave that in the comments section. And time permitting, I will try to do a video on that reel for you. So let's get started. The first one comes in from Georgia. And, well, it looks like they wanted to deliver this one on a Saturday. So there you go. All right. Let's see what Georgia has been fishing with lately. This is a Penn 40113 Senator that says it needs some work. So let's just take a quick look at that. The 40 Senator is a beautiful reel all around. This is the original edition of the reel. Actually, it's in pretty nice condition. Looks like there was some old braided line on there, which was probably original to the reel. It looks like it was put on wet because we have all kinds of corrosion on the spool itself. But the outer trim rings and the handle and the edge side plate side of it, those are in nice condition. So we're going to see what needs to be done here. Looks like from a drag washer perspective that those are well worn, if not broken. On a Penn reel, generally speaking, you can tell if you use your star adjuster and you have a wide gap up on top or the corresponding very narrow gap underneath when you're looking through that washer, that generally tells you that the drag washers are worn and maybe possibly broken. And if that's the case, well, they need to be replaced. They probably should be replaced on that reel. That reel hasn't been made in quite some time, maybe 20 or 30 years. Not sure if the original reel drag washers are in there or if it might be something else. Regardless, they probably should be changed at this point in time. So we're going to work on that one for Greg. And we'll see what we can do there to get that reel back out and fishing again. Well, if you like these kinds of videos, if you like to not only see what's in my shop, but understand how these reels are serviced and repaired and kept fishing, I want to encourage you to subscribe to my channel. Just simply hit that subscribe button. It's easy enough, doesn't cost you anything, and it opens up the door for you to see the videos that I'm working on, when I post those, and, well, maybe it's a reel you want to see. I work on all kinds of reels. I work on saltwater reels like that one that just came in. Lots of freshwater reels, bassing reels and pond reels and spinning reels, everything in between. And, well, just a general variety that kind of keeps us guessing from time to time. And what makes this, well, fun, because I don't simply work on a single type of reel or a single manufacturer, but rather take on essentially all comers from vintage right up to the most modern. And if you like these kinds of things, again, just subscribe. And if you like, use that notification button. That will let you know when I'm posting. And, well, you can see if that's a video you would like to watch. Okay. This one comes in from Michael. He's in Indiana. And let's see what we have here. Looks like we have an Ambassadeur. I get a lot of Ambassadors in, and a lot of folks say, well, you know, why do you have so many Ambassador videos? I think half of the answers to those is generally, well, because a lot of people send Ambassador reels in. All right, let's see what we got going here. Well, it feels like this one probably needs drag washers. How do you determine the drag washers? Not only do you look, as we did before, you can see there's quite a gap here on this side. It's harder to see on this side because it's a covered entry point there. But if you tighten your drag washers down as far as they can be tightened, hold your thumb on the spool as a brake and turn. If you can turn that handle, generally speaking, it needs the drag washers. It means one is either broken or terribly worn. Most of the time it's a broken one because, well, wear will still allow you to clamp down on that and hold it. It just won't have the functionality, the free fall or free spooling that you would find in a reel with healthy drag washers. Okay, let's see what we got coming in now. This one comes in from Siegfried in Pennsylvania. I don't know if I know anybody named Siegfried. There's Siegfried and Roy, I guess, from the magic show. They used to be out in Vegas, but I don't think I've ever met one. All right, well, now we got Fred here, so I'm not quite sure which one we're getting, but looks like we have a bait caster. This one, a nice bait caster. It's in the 3600 series. I think it's the Black Max. This one's got a problem because it doesn't have a spool adjuster, but more importantly, I don't think it has a spool axle. That's an odd one. Okay. We should have an axle coming out of here, and I'm not seeing the axle shaft. Very weird. Let's see what's going on underneath. Hopefully it's in the box if it is missing. Got a couple of things. We got some aftermarket, I would say probably improvised blocks here for the handle itself. Yeah, we have a spool without an axle shaft. Well, that's hard to run a spool like that, but well, we'll see if we can find one. This is one of those that, well, the reel hasn't been made in a while. Parts generally are not available, but we'll see what we can do in terms of finding something that can get this reel fishing again. Just checking here, just kind of curious. It always makes me wonder, how do you lose that, right? A lot of folks send me things in, and well, it's kind of obvious how you lose. For example, losing that cast control cap is not that unusual, but losing the axle shaft, I would call that unusual. Okay, well, we certainly are up for our challenges. If you have a question on this reel or any reel, if you want to leave them in the comment section, I will try to get you an answer on those, and we'll see what we can do in terms of trying to augment your education, show you how to do it yourself, and help you to learn a little bit about the reels that we're looking at. Well, Boris sent me this reel. Boris actually dropped this reel off. He had asked me to change the bearings on it because he thought that was the issue that he was having with the reel. As it turns out, he's got more than a bearing issue. I'm not quite sure if we previewed this or not. I'll just let you know. You have quite a noise going on in this reel that's pretty much gear related. As soon as you put it under tension, you can feel the movement in the gears. So we just got the gearing in for those, and well, we're going to do that this week as well. Well, let's turn your attention to two reels that I bought at two rods and reels that I bought at a garage sale, and yeah, I think they're actually in a garage sale kind of a video. But first one I'm going to work on this week is a big Penn Spinfisher 5 7500. This was the largest one of the time. This reel is 8 to 10 or 12 years old. The Spinfisher 5 has since been replaced by the 6 and then the 7. This was a very large reel for salt water. And what I'm hearing here is either lack of grease or a bearing noise. Now, what makes this unusual is that there was sealed bearings in this reel. Should be sealed bearings in this reel because it is a saltwater reel. And well, note to self and to others, if you go to replace the sealed bearings with the Penn bearings that belong in this reel, well, I think there's 3, maybe 4 of those, and they go $20 each. So this is kind of buyer beware on a flea market kind of a situation. There's probably a reason why some of these reels wind up being sold, and hopefully this one's just some gear grease and the like. The fellow I talked to said it's been fished hard and hasn't been serviced. So first thing we'll try and do is do an analysis to find out, is it just dirt and debris and not those bearings. But this is actually a nice purchase that I made. There is a video coming up on it, so I don't want to spoil it for anybody. But this is a Tikka rod with a Spinfisher 7500 version 5, the Spinfisher V. The other one I just purchased recently. This has not made it to anybody's video. This is a reel and rod situation that I'm going to donate to through our fishing club to a group that actually teaches kids to fish in Lower Manhattan. They work on the East River, teaching children to fish, and this is going to be ideal for them. This is a rod and reel combination. Not familiar with it. If anybody knows a little bit about this, let me know. It's called Fishing Nations. This is an FN802, whatever that might be. It says 10 to 25 pound line, which is going to be perfect. It's an 8-foot rod, which is ideal for fishing in Lower Manhattan. And yes, you can catch a lot of great fish right in Manhattan, particularly on the East River. The reel itself, it's got a kind of a catch up here. You can see the lines caught underneath here. But when I was testing it at the garage sale, it was running smooth. Just a lot of dirt and debris. The person said they only took it fishing a little while and then put it up in the rafters. Well, that certainly looks like what would be up in the rafters, right? It's just like there's dirt and the like. I don't want to get it all over my hands, but we're actually going to do a video on this one as well. And well, we'll all learn about Fishing Nations and the combination, and then we're going to make one of the participants in that fishing club very, very happy. So we'll see what we can do there. Last one, it's going to be a Boca bearings upgrade. This is a traditional Penn Saltwater 302. This is a nice reel, but boy is it struggling. It's just very, very tight to turn. And we're going to see and show you the difference it can make. There's only one bearing. It's sitting right up top here. It's on the pinion gear. The rest of the 302 has got a very interesting drive system in it, so we'll share that with you as well. And well, we'll see what that hybrid bearing can make a difference on. Why do I want to do this one as a hybrid? This is a saltwater reel, and hybrid bearings do not corrode when they come in contact with salt water. The steel bearings, like the ones that were original to this reel, do in fact corrode. They can rust, and any of you that may have opened up these reels in the past, well, you can attest to the fact that sometimes those bearings actually freeze into the case because the steel rusts and expands, and it's very, very difficult to get that bearing out. Hopefully that won't be the case with this. We're going to try and do the bearing replacement on it. We're also going to try and do the video to show you how to do it, and well, we will remark on the difference that it can make. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the previews. Again, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe if you want to see more. If you liked the video, please punch that little like button down there, because that will help you and me and the channel. Before I leave, I want to thank our first responders, our police, fire, safety, and rescue, everybody involved in keeping us out of harm's way. I appreciate your career choice and dedication to task and everything that you do on a day-to-day basis. Also want to thank everybody who's still here and still watching. I do appreciate everything that you do to help make the channel better. By making the channel better, well, what do? You comment, you react, you leave suggestions for future videos, and all of those help me to deliver the videos that you want to see. So thank you again, and please stay watching. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, wishing everybody a great day.